Hey, Alan Cousins here. Welcome. We're going to look at, this is going to blow your mind, how to create a recurring residual income of over $200,000 per month and generate a total net income of nearly $410,000 in the next 12 months. Now, this is even if you know nothing about marketing, have no sales skills, and you only have $25 to invest. Okay? Now, the thing is that if you don't know me or know anything about me, you can ask anyone who works with me. I am like, I speak it like it is. I'm so sick of the amount of BS and hype and pretension in this industry. It's ridiculous. You can't go anywhere and listen to anyone talk hardly at all without feel like you're being, lied to or misled. It gets very difficult to know who to trust and things like that. So the thing is that, I call things like I see them. And if you've had a chance to be around on any of my websites, you've read any of my articles, you know that. But one way that we can kind of get around this thing, right, is if I can present you with some facts and some numbers that you can observe and a logic that you just cannot disagree with, that you know is true just because you have observed it to be so, well, then it doesn't matter because then you could decide for yourself what's true and what's not. I guess I would like to start by just informing you that you are capable of generating over $200,000 per month. You are. Now, when I tell you that, probably, if you're like the average person, there's some thought in your head that comes up, some feeling, some little voice, or whatever it is that gives you kind of a, yeah, right, or, oh, how could I do that, or, I certainly never have. That seems like something that's reserved for someone else. There's this thing in your head that is like preventing you from just deciding that you can do that. And so I would just like to invite you to just decide that you can do it. Now, we haven't covered the how we're going to do it yet, but just decide that you can. Because the truth is that you can. You just have to decide it. Because until you decide it, all the other stuff that needs to happen in order to make that come true will never happen. In fact, you are capable of generating over $200,000 per month and even $1 million per month if in fact that is what you decide to do. Either one of those you will be able to do using the strategy I'm about to show you. But what I want to do is I want to keep things very conservative. And the reason I want to keep things very conservative is because it's very easy for me to blow numbers out of proportion and exaggerate things and give you a target and a goal that is very difficult to achieve, and almost no one will achieve it just because I want you to think it's greater or better than it is. You see, I just want to get away from all of that crap. And I want you to be able to look at this and say, well, this guy exaggerated nothing. It's clear to me. I see clearly that the goals that he's talking about are easily achievable. And this is a game I want to play. And if at any point in this presentation you get to the point where you feel like what I'm talking about just is not realistically achievable for you, just shut the video off. Go find something else to do. But I'm telling you, I'm not gonna give you any strategy, any rules to the game that are anything that you will not be able to achieve with a fair degree of ease. And I'm doing that on purpose because I want anyone to be able to do this. And anyone can do this. So, how do we do it? Well, The way that we do it, first of all, there's a lot of parts to this. I'll try to do this as quickly as I can, but there are things I need to communicate. What we do is we use a vehicle. The vehicle is called Infinity Downline. If you're not familiar with what that is, it's an affiliate membership program. This program has a $25 startup cost. Okay, so the $25 startup cost. Now this is, compare this to like an MLM opportunity where it's $500 to start, or $100, or $200 a month, or even $50 a month. This is just an affiliate membership program with information products, their audio and video education resources. It's not really important for this presentation. You understand about the products. There are other resources you can go to get overviews on what the products actually are. Okay, but it basically gets you membership to access these video and audio education platforms. It's $25 to start. This is significant for you because you have to understand that when you're trying to market an opportunity that's $500 to buy in and $100 a month, it is extremely hard. And when I say that, I'm talking about, like, for the average person, you might talk to 100 people before one person wants to sign up. But when you're talking about a $25 program in this economy, which is the best time in the history of the universe to be in network marketing, because everyone and their brother is looking to make more money, and more people than ever before are familiar with the concepts of network marketing and are interested in those concepts and are looking to work from home. The unemployment rate is huge. It's not what the government's telling you it is, but it is extremely high. There just isn't a better time to be marketing a home-based business. And for $25, which is something anyone can afford, we're talking conversions here, okay? Because a lot of people will do it just to give it a shot. So if you're not familiar with the Infinity Downline program, there's a 100% payout. In other words, all the money that comes in gets paid back out to the members. None of that money is retained by the company, and there are no administrative fees, which means that all of the money is available for income. And what happens is when you bring someone into the program, you get 100% monthly residual commission, meaning that person pays $25 a month, and if you referred that person, you receive a commission of $25 a month for that person. I would challenge anyone to compare point for point the Infinity program against any MLM opportunity out there in terms of percentages of payout, speed of pay, because the payment is immediate. And we could just go point for point, and I just have not seen anything that could compete. Okay, so what you need to know about it, right? The payments are automated, so this is a time savings. In other words, you don't have to collect money for products every month. And the owners of the company do make money. They do sell, additional premium products and things like that. Nothing which is necessary. But that's really neither here nor there. What you need to understand is a $25 startup, 100% payouts. Each person you refer into the program, you get $25 a month for. Compare that to any other network marketing company you've ever seen, money-wise, and it's just a clear choice for why this vehicle is being used for this. Okay? So we're going to get to this a little bit later as well, but that's your just 5-minute overview on Infinity Downline. So we needed to create a way where if I'm going to show you how to make $200,000 per month, I wanted a way that anyone could do it, a way that required no marketing experience and no sales skills. What I'm going to show you is completely realistic and doable. It does not rely on exaggeration or hype. It does not require huge amounts of production. In other words, you don't have to bring 30 people a week into your downline, right? Because we're all used to, if you bring 5,000 people into your downline within the next year, well, then you have a monthly income of $2,500. You know what? It's like, if you're going to pay me $1 or $2 on every person, forget it. It's a waste of time. So we needed something which it did not require large amounts of time. It did not require a large investment or a budget. Does not require prior accomplishment or expertise. Requires no personal branding or pretend, this pretense about, oh, I'm the big Joe Schmo leader MLM guy and you must work with me because I can show you this and that. That's all crap. Okay? And yes, it's nice when you have a guy who really knows what he's doing that you can learn from and you want to work for him. Great. That's attraction marketing. You get the new guy who's been doing it for 2 weeks and he's pretending to be something that he's not. That's just garbage. That's not attraction marketing. So this strategy does not require any of that. And if you have none of your own credibility or accomplishments and you've made no money yet, it doesn't matter. Now what you're going to see here, what you're going to observe, is that this is a completely and truly realistic and doable. And it does require work. It does require a desire to change your life, and it does come with plenty of help and resources to help you with your marketing. But it doesn't require that. And this strategy involves a process which is incredibly simple. It's very easy to understand and follow. It's easy to duplicate. It doesn't require lots of training. Now on that point, see, if you're familiar with our team at all, you know that our team provides a tremendous amount of marketing training and resources and capture page templates and reports that can be given away as incentives for people to join your list, and training on content marketing, article marketing, video marketing, software submission, pay-per-click, phone broadcasting, all the technical stuff on how to build your web pages from absolute scratch using free resources, and how to get hosting accounts and use an FTP client to upload your pages. Just all the stuff that you need to know if you want to create an internet sales funnel to build a network marketing business. We pretty much cover it. And it's free for our team. You join our team, you get all that for free. And that's great. And there's a lot of value. And we're talking about thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of value in there. Okay, but the strategy I'm going to show you right now, it doesn't require any of that. Okay, now that stuff's great, and that's good for long term, and if you want to learn about all that stuff, that's cool, but I just want you to understand, what I'm going to show you right now has nothing to do with any of that. Also, what I'm going to show you right now is not a system that is based on luck or chance or maybes. This is a factual, easily obtainable step-by-step deal, okay? And it's based on numbers and facts, and it's based on goals which are totally realistic. The other thing is, this strategy is not designed for gurus or experts or people who just really know how to market really well. The thing is, there's a lot of material out on the internet that will teach you how to market different things, okay? But the truth is that in order to really excel at most of these things, you have to really study and get involved and practice and work on these things and hone your copywriting skills and hone your video making skills and build your sales pages. I mean, it really is a lot of work. And the thing is, when you work, you learn from these guys. That's cool. But that has nothing to do with the strategy I'm going to go over with you. And the fact of the matter, that stuff's all great, but you just don't need it with what we're doing here. Now, the other thing that's important is you're going to see for yourself based on hard numbers and facts. This is not going to be like I make something up and then tell you, and then you're just supposed to believe it. I want you to look at this as opposed to thinking about it. I want you to look. I want you to look at the numbers. I want you to observe it for what it actually is. And this is so powerful. I'm still, every time I go through these numbers, it just gives me goosebumps because I've been in this program a while, and I'm just now really beginning to realize the power of what I'm about to show you. The other thing you've got to understand is this can be done by anyone who wants to change their life. I mean, if you're significantly below average intelligence, it doesn't matter. If you want to change your life, you can do this. You can. And it is realistic and doable for the average person and not just the superstars. This strategy I'm going to show you, It's played as a game. This is a game. There are certain freedoms. There are certain restrictions and barriers, okay? It's like in a basketball game. You can move across the floor with the ball, but you have to be dribbling it. So there's a freedom and there's a restriction there. It requires a defined level of participation by the players. Just like on the basketball court. There's 5 of us. If 2 of us decide to just sit down and do nothing, that game's probably going to be lost. If you're going to join the team, you're going to play in the game. There is no bench in this game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this strategy. And you're going to see the power of this thing. And then I'm going to invite those people who can make a commitment to actually being a player. Because we really do not have time for, need for, or want for the procrastinators, the people who get all excited about something and jump in and then they just never do anything with it. Okay? Look, there's all kinds of people in the world. This is not a personal evaluation of your character. I'm just telling you what we're looking for. Okay? Because there are certain rules which need to be followed. And I'm going to lay this whole thing out for you. And this strategy, now again, we're talking about a strategy to earn over $200,000 per month in residual recurring income. $200,000 a month. And over $400,000 in the next 12 months. This requires that all the players in this game are in agreement and they are willing and motivated to play. It requires from every player a steel commitment to completing a very simple, a very realistic, and very reasonable goal. And I'm telling you, when I tell you what the goal is, you are going to go, well, geez, I thought it was going to be way harder than that. It's just so simple. It's absolutely ridiculous, the power of this thing with this simplicity. So let's get to it. The first thing, you have to fully understand the Infinity Downline Compensation Plan. If you don't understand the Infinity Downline Compensation Plan, you're not going to be able to assimilate and understand what I'm talking about with this strategy. So let's start there. Okay? Let's look at it. Now, I'm going to do it graphically for you. So, if you're completely unfamiliar with the Infinity Downline system, it's a reverse 2-up system, okay? What does that mean? It's very, very simple. It's like literally a 1-sentence explanation. Here it goes. You refer people to the program. Each person you refer pays you, and then pays you $25 per month. For as many people as you refer, with the exception of 2, your second person and your fourth person, who are passed up to your sponsor and become part of his downline. That's it. That's the whole compensation plan. So, if you bring in 102 people, you have then 100 people paying you $25 a month, and 2 people you've passed up to your sponsor. If you bring in 20 people, you have 18 people in your downline paying you $25 per month, and 2 have been passed up to your sponsor. Now, before you get all excited about the 2 that get passed up to your sponsor and saying, hey, why do I lose 2 people? Just understand that you in turn receive pass-ups from your downline. And you're going to receive way, way, way more pass-ups than the 2 you're going to give up. Fair enough? Okay, well, let's look at it graphically because I want to make sure you completely and totally understand this. So in this graphic representation, we have your sponsor and we have you. So in other words, you've just joined. This is the situation we're in. Now, the 2 that are passed up are your second person and your fourth person. That holds true for everyone. So anyone who joins, they bring in their first 4 people, the second one, and the fourth one, they go up to the sponsor. So here's you. You sponsor your first person. We're going to call him number 1. You sponsor your second person. I'm going to call him number 2. So there it is right there. You brought in your first one. This guy's paying you $25 a month. And you brought in your second one. He spills up to your sponsor. He's paying your sponsor $25 a month. Now you've brought in your third person. We'll call him number 3. You now have 2 people paying you $25 per month. You bring in your 4th person. He spills up to your sponsor or passes up to your sponsor. And he's paying your sponsor $25 a month. So you brought in 4. You now have 2 people in your downline. The 5th person you bring in, where does he go? He goes here. The 6th person you bring in, where does he go? He goes here. The 7th person, and so on to infinity. All stay in your downline. All pay you your $25 per month recurring residual income. Okay? Now, let's shrink this down a little bit. Let's look at this guy. It's the first guy you brought in. Okay, he brings in his first one. We'll call him 1 prime. He brings in his second one. We'll call him 2 prime. Where does he go? Well, he's in your downline, right? He got passed up. This guy brings in his 3rd person. 3 prime. And the 4th person, call him 4 prime. Gets passed up to you, doesn't it? You see? They bring in 4, 2 of them pass up to you. Their guys bring in 4, 2 of them pass up to you. This guy here, no. This guy here was a pass up. Doesn't matter. Part of your downline. Brings in his first person. We'll call him 1 double prime. Brings in his second person. Where does that second person go? We'll call him 2 double prime. Well, that guy goes right here in your downline. He gets passed up. You see? So, you see the growth here. Each person brings in 4, 2 of them get passed up. Those pass-ups bring in 4, 2 of them get passed up. And so on to infinity. So you see the growth here, right? Okay, good. Now, if you're at all unclear on that, rewind the video, back it up, watch it again. Watch it 10 times if you need to. You've got to understand how that works. You just refer people, okay? Everyone you refer is paying you $25 a month. The 2nd and the 4th spill up. Your downline does the same thing. So that's the compensation plan. Now, powerful vehicle. What are we going to do with it? Here's the exact process by which you're going to reach $200,000 per month and nearly $410,000 in net earnings in the next 12 months. This is with no BS, no hype, no exaggeration, no unrealistic expectations, no false promises, nothing but numbers and your desire. All right, so let's take a look at this. Here's how this goes, okay? Month 1, this month, you sign up today, for example. What are you going to do? You're going to get your 4 referrals, and 2 of them are going to pass up. And that's it. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Well, you may be familiar with the Power of 4 system. If you're not, basically what the Power of 4 system presentation goes like, you join your first week, you bring in 4 people. Those people all bring in 4 the next week. Those people all bring in 4 the next week. And at the end of 10 weeks, you're making $12,000 a month. I've found that it very, very rarely happens. I've also found that almost nobody understands the power of 4. Okay? People are so focused on like me, I. And this is a team game. This is a team sport. Remember what I said earlier about agreement and willingness and all of us having the same agreement about the rules of the game. So I want to make this extremely conservative and doable for anyone. And you just have to break it down. In a month, we're talking about 4 weeks or just a little more. That's 1 referral per week. In these economic times, with as many people who are looking for home business opportunities, I mean, just go to Google keyword tool external and go in there and put in, home business ideas, and look how many people are searching for that every month. It's ridiculous. Okay? This market is hot. You got a $25 program everyone can afford with 100% payouts that no other opportunity can compete with. And we're talking about one referral a week. Well, so all you have to decide is what do you need to do to get one referral per week. Well, I'll give you some hints. I'm not here to do marketing training today, but I can pretty much guarantee you that if you only contact one person per week, you're probably not going to get your one sign up per week. So I'm assuming that that is real to you. Also, the more people you contact, the more people will sign up. I also have to assume that's real to you. But let's look at this one per week number. And let's look at how absurd it really is for this opportunity, okay? Because if I'm a new guy and I know nothing, I have no marketing skills, no sales skills, subpar communication skills, and I don't know anything other than I got to get my 4 referrals this month because I want to make. I'm so sick and tired of struggling financially. I'm so sick and tired of failing at stuff and getting kind of involved like a dilettante, kind of halfway in things and then never really getting my foothold and then giving up. Knock it off. I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with that stuff. This is just a series of simple steps to follow. And the only real thing you got to do is get your 4 your first month. How I would look at this is I don't care what I got to do. I'm going to shove everything aside and I'm just going to make it happen. I don't care if it's uncomfortable. I don't care if it's painful. I don't care if I don't sleep. I don't care if I have to take vacation from my day job. I don't care if I don't do anything fun on the weekend. Not that this business isn't fun. It is fun. You're meeting people. You're meeting cool people. It's fun. But you get what I'm saying. So when I say a steal commitment, this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you realizing that, like, what else are you going to do? Are you going to work the same repetitive job, doing the same thing over and over and over and over again for the next 25 years if you're young enough? Or the next 10 years till you retire? Or whatever it is? I mean, come on. You can do this. And all it really requires is for you to decide that for the next month, you're just going to do whatever it takes to get those 4. Now, most of you probably what you're going to find is if you take that attitude, you're going to have your first 4 in the first couple days. Okay? So I'm building it up to make it this very big, it's this monumental task of work I have to do. It's not. I'm just trying to calibrate your thought process, okay? Because it does require work. I'm giving you a worst case scenario. So let's look at a simple example. I know nothing. I have no marketing experience. I start today. What do? What I would do, I would create if I didn't have one, I would create an account on Facebook, I'd create an account on Twitter, and one on YouTube. And I would just start adding friends. And I could add 40, 50 a day on each one without any issue from the networks. So I could add 150 friends a day without too much trouble. And when I add a friend, I can attach a message to it. Right? Now in that message, could be whatever I want, but maybe you might just have a web page set up with this video on it that you're watching right now. Okay? Or or your Infinity Downline replicated company website, which converts, way better than 1%. That's not that significant. But what I'm trying to get through to you is like the whatever it takes for a month. I'm going commando. I'm being insouciant. Damn the torpedoes. I'm doing it. And it's as simple as that. So I get on these social networks, and I just send out, I don't know, let's make it real simple. Let's say you only want to do an hour a day and you send out 30 communications a day. At the end of the week, you will have established communication with 210 people. Out of those 210 people, you know what? Someone will have signed up. You're not going to communicate with 210 people and not have one person sign up. If you think and you really believe that it's likely that you could communicate and introduce this to 210 people, and you think it's likely that nobody would sign up, you know what? Just shut the video off right now and go find something else, because I don't know what else to tell you at that point. Well, maybe I could tell you this. Why don't you decide then to dedicate 2 or 3 hours a day and contact 60 or 70 people a day, so that at the end of the week you have 490 people that you've contacted. Do you really believe that you could contact and introduce 490 people to this opportunity and not even one signs up? What if you decided you were just going to work 12 hours a day for a month, and you were going to contact 140 people a day, okay? Which would be what, 700 and 900, almost 1,000 people a week? Are you really going to convince yourself that you could introduce 1,000 people a week to this opportunity and not get one person a week to sign up? Okay, so I'm stretching this out to just the absolute absurd limits, and I'm just making a point here because I want you to get this. See, this isn't a question of whether this works. This is a question of, do you have the commitment, and are you willing and motivated to do it? And that's it. So you want to make 200 grand a month? Do it. Get your 4 the first month, get 1 a week, whatever it takes. And then after, that'll be it. Okay? So once you've done that, the end of the first month, you'll have a $50 a month recurring residual income. But again, if you're going to join and do nothing with it, if you're going to say, "Oh, this sounds really interesting. I think I'll give it a shot and I'll see what it does for me." No, that's not the right viewpoint, because the numbers don't lie. There's a certain number of people, once you send them to these sites, that will convert. And all you have to do is just do enough work to communicate with more than enough people to allow that conversion to take place. Okay? So I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but I really want you to get this concept. This is not a matter of luck. This is not a matter of chance. This is not a matter of maybes. You are not going to find someone who makes 5 figures a month or more in network marketing who thinks this has anything to do with luck or things happening to them. Okay? This is about what you do. And I'm not even talking about like long-term I'm not talking about a lot of work. I'm just talking about decide the first month that you're going to do whatever it takes. Okay? So once you do that, at the end of the month, what you're going to have is you're going to have a $50 a month recurring residual income. Now, that may happen the first day. I mean, if you're contacting 100 people a day, it's going to happen the first day. Okay? But I want this to go into your head in a way where you just cannot reasonably make it and twist it so that it just won't work for you, because it doesn't exist. And any little voice or thing you have in your head that's telling you, well, what if this and that doesn't work out and that's all garbage. Forget about that. You just have to decide that you're going to do it. And you know what? And some of you are thinking, well, geez, he's kind of pushy. He's kind of rough. No, you know what? I've seen too many thousands of people in this industry come and go. I've sponsored personally thousands of people. And not for $25, for like $400, $500. And the number of people who are perfectly capable of doing exactly what their dream is, you know, within the business at the time that they join and they're excited about it, that just convince themselves that they can't do it for whatever reason would just astound you. Okay? So there's no error in the system. There's no error in the strategy. I just want you to be clear about that. The only variable in this whole plan is you. And are you going to commit to do what it takes to make this change for yourself for 30 days? Now in month 2, you don't even have to sponsor any more people. How about that? See, you've already brought your 4 in, and this whole strategy is based on the power of 4. Small goal within a very conservative, realistic amount of time. At this point, you have 2 people in your downline because you've referred 4 and 2 of them have been passed up. So the second month, over the period of that second month, those 2 people in your downline are going to do the same thing. They're going to get their 4. Each of those are going to pass up 2. And that month you're going to receive 4 new people into your downline as pass-ups from your other downline members. And again, how do they do that? By whatever means necessary. By the same commitment and dedication that you did. It's not a lofty goal. It's very easily achievable. And probably most of you will be doing it using this very video that you're watching right now. But anyway, at the end of your second month, in this scenario, you've got 6 people now in your downline, and you have a residual income of $150 a month. Well, that doesn't seem too grand, does it? Too great, $150 per month? Patience, my friend. And this is where most people, I think, break down in their understanding of the power of 4. And the reason why it gets so exaggerated and blown out of proportion is because patience is lacking. This is a geometric growth. You just watch the income increase as we do nothing more than bring in our 4 people in 30 days. And that's it. So here's the next month. Those last 4 pass-ups you receive, month 3 over that 30 days or 31 days or whatever it is, they get their 4 by whatever means necessary. Okay? And this results in 8 more people being passed up to you. You now have 14 people in your downline and a $350 per month recurring residual income. Now this already, if you look overall at multi-level marketing, now Infinity's not really multi-level marketing, I don't think. It's an affiliate membership program. You get paid on one level, really. But there are the pass-ups there. I would call it network marketing, certainly. But most MLM opportunities, to get a $350 per month residual income, I mean, there's not very many people who do that. And the number of people you have to put in and the sales volume that has to be done in order to achieve that is generally quite substantial. And in most companies, they'll have a binary matrix where you only get paid on the lesser or the weaker leg, the smaller leg. So you get paid on less than half your people, and if you get $1 to $5 or $6 per person, you know, that's pretty normal. So if you're only getting, say, $5 residual per person, that'd be what, 70 people you'd need to have, and that would have to be maximally half of your downline, so you'd have to have at least 140 people in your downline to get that. Well, I mean, we're looking at a 10 times income here. $350 a month for a lot of you, that pays your car payment already. Just be patient. because in month 4, those last 8, they're going to get their 4, and they're going to pass 16 up to you. So the end of the 4th month, you've got 30 people in your downline and a $750 per month recurring residual income. Well, it starts to get interesting now, doesn't it? Because now maybe almost your house payment is paid or your rent's paid with Infinity Downline. Well, how did you get to this point? What did you do? What you did is you joined. You made a commitment that in your first month you would bring in just 4. And you did it, regardless of anything else that occurred. And that was it. I would love to hear about any other opportunity where you could put in 4 people and generate this type of monthly recurring residual income. But you know what? In the 5th month, those 16 new ones in your downline, they get their 4, and this passes 32 more up to you. You've now got 62 people in your downline, and you have a recurring monthly residual income of just over $1,500. And then in month 6, those 32 new ones get their 4, and this results in 64 new pass-ups to you. Oh, you now have 126 people in your downline. So just in the 1 month, look how much your downline increased. So you see the geometric growth here. Now your income is $3,150 per month, every month recurring. This is in 6 months. You know what? Open a dry cleaner, open a car wash, open a restaurant, and see if you can get in profit in 6 months. With this strategy, in month 7, those 64 bring in their 4 over the course of their first 30 days. This results in you being passed up 128 more. That's 254 more, or 254 people in your downline. Your income is now $6,350 per month, recurring residual. In month 8, and you begin to see here why patience pays off, right? We're 3/4 of the way done. Those 128 new ones get their 4. This passes 256 new ones up to you. You now have 510 people in your downline. Guess what? $12,750 per month recurring residual income. This is for you personally putting 4 people into the organization. In month 9, you get 512 more pass-ups. You now have over 1,000 people in your downline, $25,550 per month in recurring residual income. These people are all doing the same thing you did. This is really what duplication is. Well, yes, but it's hard to get duplication. I agree that in MLM, it's very hard to get duplication. It's very hard when it's $500 to buy in, and it's $100 or $200 a month fee or auto ship, and you're getting products that are stacking up in your garage that you would never use if you had to buy them at that price at retail. And when you have to put 800 people in your downline to generate $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month in residual income, that's very hard. What we're talking about here is an extremely low goal of just 1 person a week, regardless of anything else that happens that week. You put enough communication out to achieve that. It's not difficult, and that's it. That's how the strategy works. That is the power of 4. These pass-ups that you're getting are all doing the exact same thing that you're doing. This is not based on any one person bringing in 1,000 people. But you will have a lot of people. They'll have 50, 60, 100 people in their downline. Month 10, 1,024 new people up to you, passed up. You have 2,046 people in your downline. That's $51,000 a month right there. Month 11, what's happened? Not much, just the same thing we've been doing. Nothing changed in terms of production level. Those new 1,024 people get their 4 over that month. This passes up 2,048 to you. You've now got 4,094 people in your downline, $102,350 a month recurring residual income, and in the 12th month brings us to our goal here. You've now got 4,096 people passed up to you this month. Why? Because all the 2,048 people that joined last month took that whole month and they brought in their one person a week for that month, and that's it. You've now got 8,190 people in your downline, $204,750 per month recurring residual income. Unbelievable. Your cumulative earnings at this point are $409,025. That's in 12 months. Are you willing to make a 12-month commitment? Are you willing to make a 30-day commitment? Because if you're willing to make a 30-day commitment to do whatever it takes to communicate with whoever you need to communicate with, even if you have to get out of your comfort zone so that you can just refer one person a week, in 12 months, this is what you'll be looking at. And besides, what else are you going to do? How else would you possibly do this? What else out there in the world can allow you to take $25 and allow you to take your first 30 days and refer 4 people into a system and end up with that type of an income? If you do have something, I would love to hear about it. Commit yourself for the next 30 days so you can change your next 30 years. It's all up to you. It's all up to you to decide that you can do it and to just commit yourself to that first month and making it happen. It's only a month. It's only 4 weeks. It's only 4 groups of 7 days. Just a little bit of time each day. Just enough time to contact, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 people a day. And you know what? You might even find, like a lot of people do, like I did, like other people on my team did, that you don't even have to contact 30 people in order to get 4 signups. You might. But let's not get crazy here. Let's keep it conservative. Let's say you fail miserably and only 1 out of every several hundred sign up. Would you be willing to commit yourself for the 30 days? To lock yourself into the potential of what it is I'm showing you here? Join us, but only if you're a person who looks for ways to make things work. Please don't join us if you're a person who looks for all the ways and all the reasons why things won't work. I mean, you can always find a way and always find an excuse why you can't do what you need to do to make it happen. Please don't join us if that's the case. Join this team if you want help, if you want marketing, training, and resources and help. The most help that you're going to find at any multi-level marketing or network marketing or Infinity Downline team that I know of for free. Sure, you could pay money for expensive marketing systems, but you don't have to on this team. But you know what? Don't join if you're not going to get to work and do your job as part of, as being a player on this team, according to what I've laid out for you, because this is what we're doing. And we're going to make it happen, whether you join or not. This is simply an invitation. The truth is that you can make it happen, and you can make it happen far, far more easy than you probably think you can. And the truth is that you're capable of far, far more than you have ever realized. And the truth is that the strategy that I just laid out for you and the simple little goal that I laid out for you is nothing. It's not even a difficult goal. It's not even a low to medium level of production. It is an infinitesimally small level of production. The key is in your commitment. The key is that the people who are joining this team understand the rules of the game, and we agree and we're willing to commit ourselves for that first month to make that happen. That's the key. The key is not in massive amounts of signups and massive amounts of production. The key is in a little bit of work from every person on the team. That's the truth. So, if you see the truth of this, and you believe that you're the person who can make that kind of a commitment, that little short 30-day commitment, go ahead and click the link to join right now. And we'll start playing this game, and we're going to win. And we're going to win very profitably. And this strategy does work. And it's just up to you now to decide. So go ahead and click the link right now, and let's start playing this game together.